Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Wednesday, August 13th. Key points we're going to focus on today. Shortwave trough will lead to some critical fire weather conditions across the board today, with a red flag warning in effect from noon until 10. We're looking at a mix of gusty winds, low relative humidity, and isolated thunderstorms, which will lead again to those critical fire weather conditions region-wide. Temperatures look to peak this week for today. Highs will be in the upper 80s to upper 90s, near record warmth for some of our lower elevations. We'll turn a bit cooler starting Thursday, but highs still in those 80s and 90s as we finish out the week, with a return to daily shower and thunderstorm chances all the way into early next week. Predominantly in the mountains, mostly isolated in nature, but a bit more scattered, especially as you head further south into the mountains. And taking a quick look at satellite imagery for you this morning, broad ridge of high pressure set up over the southwest continental United States, helping to usher in a few shortwave troughs up and over that feature. And this morning we are seeing some isolated shower and thunderstorm activity further north. Most of this will be virga, not reaching the ground, but can't rule out an isolated rumble of thunder or two, especially further north this morning. And to look at the bigger picture for you guys, so as you can see, those short waves working out of the Great Basin into Idaho, that'll lead to those daily shower and thunderstorm chances over the next couple of days here. But bigger picture is that larger trough in the Northeast Pacific that's going to usher in an atmospheric river of moisture, not focused into our area, unfortunately. That'll be out into portions of Washington and Oregon, but we'll keep at least the remnants of that pushing in through later in the week, which will help keep those daily shower and thunderstorm chances around. And to look at your weather risk outlook for the next 5 days, for today, we're just looking at a mix of low relative humidity, breezy winds with some isolated thunderstorm coverage. And that'll continue for Thursday. We'll keep the breezy winds around, isolated thunderstorms continuing for Thursday and Friday. Bit of an expansion for the weekend as a bit more moisture builds in, more scattered coverage as you head into the southeast and eastern highlands. Watches, warnings, and advisories in effect for today. We do have a red flag warning again for much of the area. That's all of eastern and central Idaho and to some of our neighboring states as well. And high temperatures and minimum RH out there for you today. It's going to be a hot day, upper 80s to upper 90s, some of the warmest temperatures we've seen so far this year. So certainly going to be a hot and dry day out there for today. And wind gusts and thunderstorm chances for later today, mostly focused this afternoon. We'll see gusts peak at about 25 to 40 miles an hour, a bit stronger out in the desert, with best chances for thunderstorms remaining confined as you head into the mountains. And from the Storm Prediction Center today, it does highlight much of our region and just a general thunderstorm outlook. HRF model probability of thunder shows a couple more active corridors, one further northeast up towards Island Park and the Montana Divide, and another one through the South Hills and Southeast Highlands. And breaking down the timing for those thunderstorms today. For this morning, just some isolated activity possible further north, generally in that maybe 5 to 15% chance range through this morning, but overall dry conditions will prevail. We'll see convective initiation between about 12 and 3 o'clock. Two main corridors, one along the Montana Divide, another in the South Hills and Southeast Highlands. Two focus areas for today. Main concern with stronger storms will center around gusty outflow winds, given a very dry environment at the surface. But taking you through this evening, just some isolated chances will continue through around sunset, ahead of dry conditions back for overnight. And for your Thursday, mild morning for most in those 50s and 60s, coldest areas in the 40s, but afternoon highs about 3 to 6 degrees cooler in the 80s to low 90s. And we'll keep around the breezy winds for your Thursday, in addition to some isolated shower and thunderstorm chances, especially further south and east that you go, but gusts up to about 30 to 35 miles an hour for Thursday. And from the Storm Prediction Center, again, highlighting those best chances for thunderstorms as you head further southeast. HRF model probability of thunder showing best chances there south of the Snake River as you head further northwest. Very dry air mass in place. Not expecting much activity up that direction. And for Friday, we'll keep temperatures fairly consistent as we finish out the work week. Highs again in those 80s to low 90s. And you guessed it, still a slight breeze there for your Friday, gusts up to about 25 to 30 miles an hour. But as far as thunderstorm chances go, still looking like best chances are going to remain further south and east. And that lines up well with the Storm Prediction Center outlook for your Friday, again highlighting those areas further south and east for Friday. And starting the weekend, you guessed it, very similar temperatures as we head into the weekend. Highs still hanging out in those 80s to low 90s. Morning lows ranging from the 30s and 40s to mostly in the 50s and 60s. And for Saturday, a bit of a drop-off in winds, maybe gusts up to about 25 to 30, but overall we'll still keep in a bit of an expansion around for the weekend. Isolated in coverage for the most part, a bit more scattered as you head further south and east. And for Sunday, a near repeat of temperatures staying fairly steady there Thursday through Sunday. Highs again in those 80s to low 90s. And we'll keep some isolated chances for those showers and thunderstorms region-wide as we head into early next week. And a look at what's to come. High confidence supports above normal temperatures continuing here in the Gem State. What that means for us is highs in those 80s and 90s, continuing as we finish out the middle part of August. No big signals there on precipitation. Looks like we'll be staying near normal to below normal heading into that 6 to 10 day period, which for this time of year isn't a whole lot of precipitation, but that below normal favored is keeping us in that drier pattern as opposed to more wet as you head further north. 8 to 14, little change there when it comes to temperatures. Still high confidence supporting those above normal temperatures continuing through August 26th. And with respect to precipitation, no big signals there either. Still looking like below normal favored precipitation into our region. And that's about all I have for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Wednesday.